Alright, we got Space Invaders, and here's the invaders, and they're coming down, and they don't do sneaky thing, they do a loopy thing because it's a different world. And then here's us, and we're the blue, and we shoot by strumming and we move by strumming. So we gotta strum and shoot, and move and dodge, and shoot and strum and bullets and dodge and shoot. And then whenever they get hit by the bullets, they die, because that's what the game is. And we gotta shoot over here, and we gotta keep dodging bullets, and then we gotta keep shooting, just shoot a bunch of bullets, just let them have it. And then the bullets disappear when they leave the map, because that's a good idea, and then we won. Okay, so this code is two main parts. It's got the reading the notes, and then it's got the doing the whole Space Invader thing. So we got four main libraries. We got time for the timing in the game. We've got the addressable LEDs. We've got serial to read the Pico, and we've got threading to run two threads at the same time. Serial is going to be listening at this address at this baud rate to get the hertz. Here's the actual function. It's got a global of sending out the hertz, and it's got the toggle, so whenever we hear a new note, it lets everyone know we heard a new note. And yeah, we got to clean it up a bit when we get a new note, and we got to let everyone know we got a new note. Then there's a bunch of LED stuff. Then here's a function, here's one of the main functions, or one of the most useful functions. Basically, I give it a coordinate tab, and it converts it over to a string index, because remember, the LEDs think that they're one long continuous string, and so we got to convert back and forth. And here's the usual function, which, again, it's one of the kind of background utility functions. This one, you tell it the index, you tell it what color, basically, how bright you want it. You give it the strip class, which is from the addressable LEDs, and you tell it whether or not it's an open note. That's kind of left over from the previous one. We also have another function for clearing the note. Basically, just set it to 0. All right, so here we begin the invader stuff. I'm just going to skip down to the actual code. Here's a bunch of utility functions for that. We got a lot of declarations to do. So while the game's still going, we got to advance the spaceships. So we got to make sure that it happens, every whatever rate we wanted it to. So I think I've set to 3 seconds. So if it's been 3 seconds, then you can go through this part of the loop. And basically it says, delete the last set of pips for the Space Invaders and make the new set of pips, and then move them. And invader move, let's see if I can find it real quick. Invader move, basically it tells, it finds the index of where I was, it adds 1, and then it converts back to the chord tab style system, and then puts them back, the X and the Y coordinates. So yeah, then we got to advance the bullets. Again, the bullets are on their own timer. We clear the last set of bullets. We advance the bullets, and the bullets basically just say, if it's my bullet, it goes up. If it's their bullet, it goes down. And that's about it. Again, we're clearing the old set of LEDs. Then we do some bullet player collision, and basically says, did we run into the bullets? And bullet player collision. So this one's kind of straightforward, because all we need to know is, did the bullet make it to the last, line, the 20th line, and is it in the same place that we are when it got there? And if so, then the game's over, and if not, then the bullet disappears. Similarly, we check for bullet invader collision. I don't know if this is the most elegant way, but it's the most thorough way. Basically, we go through all the bullets, we go through all the invaders, and we ask, did they run into each other? And if so, then we start a list of the guys that died. We don't actually pop them here, because that starts to mess with our range, and then the game gets confused. So instead, we make a bullet list, kill list, and then we loop through that kill list, and we pop the last guy in that list. Or not the last guy, but we pop the guys in that list going backwards, so that we don't, because every time we pop something, the size of the array changes, and so that messes with everything. So this tends to fix it, although there's still a small bug somewhere, but in general it works. And if we run out of guys to pop, then the game's over. still going, it goes false, and you win. Yeah, so that's those two, and then every once in a while the invaders fire, and that's their own function. It basically just creates a bullet in front of them. And we can also move the player, and this happens whenever the toggle for have we changed the hertz happens, at which point the user location moves and fires, and then it prints it, and well, that's just I guess for debug, and then it displays the user, and display user is alright, I missed it. There it is. So yeah, so I erased basically all 4 of them, and I just rewrite whichever one I'm on. And yeah, and then this loop just goes over and over while it's still going, and then, you know, either I win or I lose. Ideally. And then, yeah, and then the main part of the code, we just have 2 threads. We have the listening thread and the running thread.